In today's video, I'm going to install the Whitestone Dome Glass on my Samsung Galaxy S10. This does have full ultrasonic recognition, full clarity, full coverage, and full filling. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. Now, Whitestone did send this to me so that I could try it out on my Galaxy S10 Plus. As I have done many of these videos before, I thought I would make a video all about how to install this so that you can get it quickly installed on your device without any issues. Now, there are a full list of instructions that you can read and other videos actually made by Whitestone so that you can have the best installation process possible. So this should take you less than 5 minutes. Just make sure you watch the full video first and then read through all the instructions before you begin. I will leave a link in the description below to this product if you want to pick it up on Amazon. It is available for the Galaxy S10 Plus, the Galaxy S10, or the Galaxy S10e. Now, the one unique thing about this screen protector is since it is glass, other screen protectors have not been verified to work with the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner in the Galaxy S10, and this is said to do that, so we will be testing that out at the end of this video. So inside the box here, you have everything that you need. I would lay everything out. Here you have alcohol swabs, microfiber cloth, and then dust remover stickers. So there are two different parts to this. So you just need to take off the top part here. We will use that in a little bit. And then here you have the adhesive. So there is two, you only need to use one of them. And here I'm taking the glass screen protector out of the tray, but first here you have some speaker cover stickers. So you will need that in the process to cover the speaker. And then here we need to remove the tempered glass out of the tray. So once we have done that, we are now ready to begin. Now make sure that you do the install in a clean, dust-free area. Maybe you want to put down a piece of paper first. So now I'm actually going to turn off my phone so that the phone doesn't keep brightening up or maybe get notifications while I am installing the glass so I can see if there is any dust in the way while I'm doing this. So quickly, here is the full list of instructions. Make sure you do read those as I may miss a step or two. Next, we are going to take an alcohol swab and wipe the phone down, making sure that we wipe all the way from the top to the bottom and clean the phone completely off. I then take a microfiber cloth and make sure that I wipe down the phone and that the phone is completely dry and there are no dust particles seen. Now, when that looks good, we're going to place this in the tray. So we're just going to slide it in here. You will know that it is in correctly when the little spots that the adhesive were in are on the bottom, near the bottom of the phone. And then here you have this little empty space in the very top middle. So next, now that we have it in the tray, we're going to take a dust remover sticker and you're going to pinch two sides and then you're going to lightly touch the phone if you see any dust particles that pop up, and that will pull the dust particles off. Don't try and wipe this as that would cause smudges. So make sure that you very lightly touch the phone and remove any extra dust particles that you see. Once complete, make sure you breathe very lightly. Next, you're going to find the sticker for the speaker at the top. The top of the tray and the bottom of the blue part of the speaker will line up, and that is where you place it down. The next step is to grab the top tray, and here you're going to make sure that you line up the place where the adhesive was so that it is showing right there. And then on the sides, you do have the absorption pads already installed so that you don't have to worry about those at all. So place down the tray, make sure that you are not causing any extra dust to come on. If you do, use another dust remove sticker. Now the bottom of the tray or the right side of this tray will tilt down, so you will be able to push it down and it becomes uneven. We'll get to that point in a minute. But the next step is to place the bridge over the dome glass tray. And then you're going to take an adhesive, screw off the colored end, and then sit it inside the bridge. Now you're going to unscrew the top of the adhesive, and then you wait 30 seconds for all of the adhesive to come out of the tube. Once that is complete, remove the bridge carefully as to not drop any extra adhesive onto the screen. Next, you will want to take the pull pin and insert it into the top tray right above where you have the speaker sticker. This is what you will pull to have the glass drop down onto the phone and touch the adhesive. We'll get to that in a second. Next, remove the tempered glass from the plastic and remove the sticker on the tempered glass. You will notice a few dots on the tempered glass. That's just to make sure that all the adhesive is able to go underneath the glass. It is not any dust particles. Make sure that you have the hole punch at the top of the phone near the pull pin, and then you will first want to rest the bottom of the screen protector on the phone, and then you'll lightly drop the top of the glass screen protector onto the pull pin. Now, once you have it set up like this, make sure that it all looks good, that the screen protector isn't going in between the trays or anything like that. Now for the tricky part, but it's very simple. So first we're going to push down the right side of the tray, and we're going to move the adhesive to the center of the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, as soon as it presses the glass screen protector in the middle, we're going to remove the pull pin, and we're going to watch as the adhesive spreads to all corners of the device. Now, it could take up to 2 minutes for the adhesive to spread throughout the device, so just be patient. Here you can watch as it is going all the way at the top left corner around the camera cutout with no problems. It's filling in all the little spaces, and then down here at the bottom of the phone, you can see that it's slowly moving down. At this point, don't touch the screen at all, as that would mess it up. Just be patient with it moving around. And for whatever reason, if it does not fully go to all the edges, you may need to remove the glass, wipe it off, clean the phone, and start over with the other adhesive. There are instructions on how to do that. And now you can see that here at the bottom of the phone, that is the last part that the adhesive needs to move to. And so we're just going to wait just a bit longer for it to go to that portion of the screen. At this point, it looks like it's finished, but there are just a few more places at the very edge corners that it needs to get to. So I'm just going to wait just a bit longer until it goes all the way to the end. Now, if you had an issue, this is the portion right before step 6 where you would want to remove it and follow the steps there. But since mine worked great, we're going to move ahead on to step 6. And this is where we use the UV light that comes in the box to cure the adhesive to the phone and the screen protector so it is firmly in place. So here we're just going to pop it open, make sure that we plug it into a USB power source. So then you will just press the button here and it will turn on, place it on the bottom of the phone for 15 seconds. And then once that is up, we're going to place it on the top of the phone for 15 seconds. Now this is the first curing process. We will do it again for another full minute. But now we're going to actually remove the phone from the tray and make sure that we haven't spread any of the adhesive anywhere else, and we're going to wipe that off. So I'm actually not seeing much adhesive that spilled over the edge. There's only one little part at the very top of the phone. So now I'm going to take an alcohol swab, and in one direction, I'm going to wipe around the phone. Now you want to do this very lightly, as if you do it too much, it's going to leave gaps between your phone and the screen protector, as that's where dust particles could get in. Now we are going to move on to the second curing phase. So I'm going to move my tray out of the way, and we're going to use the UV light and cure the top of the phone for 60 seconds and the bottom of the phone for 60 seconds. I ended up doing like 30 seconds in the middle, 30 seconds on the bottom, and 30 seconds of the top. Now, Whitestone has said that you may want to cure this a little bit longer just to ensure that it is fully cured for the ultrasonic fingerprint to work. Now, when everything is done, this is what your Whitestone Dome Glass should look like. Very crisp and clear around the edges. There's no bubbles or anything in the screen protector, which is really amazing. So this was actually a very quick and simple install, one of the best ones that I've probably had using the Whitestone Dome Glass. So let me give you a few other shots here. You can see that it fully adheres properly with no problems there. So now we're going to turn on the phone. And the next thing we're going to do is re-register our fingerprint so that it will work with the Whitestone Dome Glass installed. So once we have the phone booted up, we're going to go into the phone settings. We're going to go down here into biometrics and security, select fingerprints, put in our pattern, And then here we're going to add a fingerprint. Sometimes I did have to press a little bit harder than I typically would without the screen protector to be able to get it to register my finger. Once I did that, it was able to register all the way up to 100%, no problem. And now that we have it registered, let's try it out. So right from the lock screen, pressing it once, it was able to go in. Now I did press it while it was fully locked. It didn't work the first time, but the second time did work. So here we go again. And there it was able to unlock. So it's been a few days since I installed the Whitestone Dome Glass on my Galaxy S10 Plus. So today I'm going to give you my final thoughts and let you know about a few other things. So since I made my video about how this glass does work with the fingerprint, I have had some mixed feelings about it, or just sometimes it doesn't work. So there you go, it worked after my second try, but sometimes maybe my finger is too dry or my thumb is too dry. It just won't read it. So in the morning it works, but then in the afternoon it doesn't work. So that's one thing that I've noticed. Let's try it again a few more times. Here you can see that it sometimes just does not recognize my finger, and then if we press it a little bit longer or a little bit harder, it will work. So it's been kind of back and forth, but it does work with it, which is the important thing. So if you're not using the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner on your S10, really this glass is going to be the perfect way to protect your phone. Second, I do want to mention that if you go into the settings of the phone and you scroll down and go to display, and then you go all the way down here, make sure that you have touch sensitivity on. Now I do recommend that you do this even before you install the Whitestone Dome Glass, as it will really help in the way that the screen feels and how the sensitivity works. Now next, let's try out a few different cases. So here I have this clear case from ESR, putting it on, no problems with how it fits. And there's plenty room around the outside edge so that it's not going to peel up the glass at all. So that's an ESR case. Next, let's try out this Gear 4 case. And I've had no issues with this case at all. It fits on really good. There's plenty of space on the outside. And pretty much most of the cases now will work with no problem. So here is a Samsung leather case. All the Samsung cases haven't had an issue. The only case that I've had an issue with where it actually started to peel up the outside edge was the Defender case by OtterBox. It's the most protective case you can get, but as soon as I put the top cover on, it started to peel up the top here, and so I immediately took it off so it didn't take my glass off all the way. But that was the only case that I've actually had a problem with the Whitestone Dome Glass. So here's a close-up shot of the dome glass after a few days of it being on. Some of the dust does collect around the outside edge as well as around the camera cutout there. Here on the bottom you can see I actually have something to talk about right there. But let's look at just the quality of it. And after some time, you can wash it off and it looks fine, but that's kind of what you will get after a few days. Now let's talk about what is down here. So I typically have multiple phones on me throughout the day, whether it be a work phone and then just another phone that I'm demoing or something that I'm testing out. And I was placing one of them face down or something, and I sat down on a hard surface and it broke the dome glass there. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that dome glass does have a warranty. So the cost of the glass, I have had a lot of people say it's way too much at $50, but if you do break it or something happens to it, you can get a replacement for only $10. You just go to Dome Glass's website, fill out the information, and then submit a receipt where you purchased the glass, and they will ship you a new one for only $10. I've used quite a few different dome glass in the past, and lately I have been breaking them, but I'm so glad that I had this on my screen, preventing any damage from my actual phone itself. I've actually seen a few different Galaxy S10s online that the person that bought it, they dropped it the day they got it, no protection, and it already broke the glass on the front of the screen. So you don't want to have that happen, so any protection you can get, the better. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is removing the glass. A lot of people have asked, is there any permanent effects of having the dome glass on the phone and after you remove it, is there a lot of residue or anything? So I'm actually going to remove this glass because I have this broken piece down here. I'm going to put another one on. So to remove it, it's actually really easy. You could heat it up a little bit, but I found that it's just simple enough to grab one of the corners right here and start peeling up, and you'll see it peel up just like that. And so you just got to go slow and steady. And there, it was able to come off in one piece, no problem. Now let's just give this a little wipe down around the outside. And here you can see that there are no lasting effects. I didn't even need to use the alcohol wipe to wipe it off. It looks perfect right after peeling it off. Sometimes in the past, after the screen has been on there a while, I did have to get an alcohol swab and just wipe it off a little bit more so that I could take the adhesive all the way off. But there you can see that there was no leftover adhesive for the dome glass. You can feel this is still sticky, but it did come off in one full piece. Now let's try the fingerprint without the dome glass being on. You're supposed to just press it down just like that. Unlock, still 2 tries. Let's try one more time. And goes right in. So if that is a big issue for you, you may want to look at another option, but I've actually been really happy that this is protected my screen so well, and you know, it only takes 1 or 2 more tries to get into the phone. Now, I've used the Whitestone Dome Glass on many of my phones before. I've only had one problem where it didn't install quite properly, and I just used the warranty to purchase another one, and so that I can have a good looking screen. So there is kind of my final thoughts about the Whitestone Dome Glass. I'd say it was definitely worth it. I think you can actually pick up one with 2 screens. So maybe you are prone to break one, or you want to share one with a friend. Then you don't have as much cost out of the gate. So if you have any further questions about the Whitestone Dome Glass, please let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more of my videos all about the Galaxy S10 Plus, make sure you select the videos over here on the side. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.